Hi, this is Amie at the Virtual Planetarium at Raritan Valley Community College. Let's take a look at some of the things we can see in the sky for the week of December 13th. I'll start with our upcoming moon phases. We have a new moon on December 14th, a first quarter moon on December 21st, and a full moon on December 29th. This week, the sun is rising around 7:15 a.m. and setting around 4:30 p.m. The sun is reaching a peak altitude of only 26 degrees at noon. That's only about 2 fists and a little bit more high above the horizon. All right, what about the evening sky? What's there to see this week? Well, we anticipate a great Geminid meteor shower. The Geminids is one of the best meteor showers of the year, known to produce as many as 120 meteors per hour, although we probably would see something more like 60 meteors per hour. The peak of the shower is Sunday night, the 13th, into the morning of the 14th. People don't tend to watch this one because they don't want to spend time outside on cold December nights. I don't blame them. But this year's Geminid shower peaks during a new moon, so we get the benefit of not having a bright moon interfere with our star and meteor gazing. How do we look for meteors? Well, find a dark location. Don't sit under your porch light. In fact, if you can get out of town to a darker place, that would be great. Sit in a lawn chair. Don't forget your blanket or sleeping bag, and a hot drink to stay warm. You want to be looking up and all around. Choose a viewing site that allows you to see as much of the sky as possible. You definitely don't need binoculars or a telescope. Scan the sky. Don't worry about the radiant point, where the meteors are coming from. Look all around. Be patient. Many of these meteors can be dim, so give your eyes plenty of time to get dark adapted, like 15 minutes, and then keep watching the sky. If you're out around 5 a.m., look for Venus rising in the southeast. It's really bright at magnitude minus 3.8, so it will be easy to identify. The source of the Geminids is 32 Phaethon, which may be a rocky comet or a 5-kilometer chip off the asteroid Pallas. Neither option fully accounts for all the meteors we see each year because the chunk of rock doesn't seem to be releasing enough debris to create the many meteors that we see. Also happening on Monday morning is a total eclipse of the sun. It's visible in South America, with the path of totality going through Chile and Argentina. We won't be able to see it from North America, but you can catch a live stream from NASA on Monday, December 14th, beginning at 9:40 a.m. The link to the live stream is in the description box below. Back to our regularly scheduled Star Talk. Jupiter and Saturn continue to get closer and closer. By Wednesday, they are only half a degree apart. That would be the width of the full moon. Can you still distinguish two lights? Speaking of the moon, a crescent moon will slide past the giant planets on the evenings of the 16th and the 17th. It'll be a thin crescent moon. Remember, these two planets are only about 15 degrees above the horizon at 5:30 p.m. So make sure you have a good view of the southwestern sky to see the pair. And don't wait long after sunset because these guys will be setting within about 2 hours of sunset. What else can we see? Well, the summer triangle wants me to remind you that it is still visible in the western sky, made up of 3 bright stars, Vega, Altair, and Deneb. We've been watching this since the beginning of summer. Also, Mars is still visible in the sky, shining brightly with its orangish color. And to the right of Mars is the Great Square of Pegasus, one of our autumn constellations. Then if we look over in the eastern sky, at sunset, we can see Aldebaran, which marks the eye of Taurus the bull. The V shape marked at the top with Aldebaran at the top, the V shape is the bull's face. And then on the bull's back is the little cluster, star cluster, that we call the Pleiades, or the Seven Sisters, which of course is kind of odd to call it the Seven Sisters because with our eyes we see about 6 stars, but with binoculars you can see a couple dozen stars, and we've counted about 250 stars in that cluster. By 8:30 or so in the evening, you can see all of the winter stars, the hexagon, the football shape, the giant letter G, whatever you'd like to call it, but all of these winter stars are up by 8:30 in the evening. And we'll be looking at these stars and constellations in more detail in future Star Talks. Well, that's our sky for this week. Thanks for joining me in our virtual planetarium. Please subscribe to our channel, like our video, and share it with your friends. I look forward to seeing you back at the real planetarium in the future, but until then, keep looking up.